Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the call today. The Recycle Right at Work, the new educational tools for business. Don't reinvent the wheel. We'll get started here in a minute. I appreciate everyone joining the call today. We have a lot of people that are signed up and people that are joining as we hit the noon hour. While we are waiting for more people to join, I wanted to also remind everybody that we will be sending a follow-up email, and there'll be a survey to complete. You are on mute, and you are welcome to use the chat as well if you'd like to put any information in there with the people that are on the call. The meeting is being recorded, and there are going to be slides that you can also download. The handouts are found on the toolbar where we have it circled there for reference where to find those handouts. And if you do have questions, you can put the questions in the question section on the toolbar as well. If you happen to lose the webinar, if you're using the GoToWebinar, there should be a snowflake type of image that shows up on your ribbon. You can click on that, make your presentation come back to the front in case it gets lost during today's presentation. Today we're going to be covering the educational tools for the program, for the business program, and the brand new educational tool that we just launched. Basic agenda for today is our introduction, the tools, and any questions. And that's me. I'm Sheila Davis. I'm the Business Programs Administrator here at SWACO, and I work with businesses to implement recycling, divert materials, and help problem solve, provide free technical assistance. If you're not familiar with SWACO, the Solid Waste Authority of Central Ohio, we came into being in 1989 when the law was passed to create solid waste districts in Ohio, and there are 52 districts that service 88 counties, and Franklin County is SWACO's jurisdiction. We're the only one in Ohio that also operates and oversees the landfill. And SWACO works to divert materials from the landfill, extending the life of the landfill. And I specifically, as I mentioned, I focus on the business sector because we're trying to achieve the goal of 75% diversion by 2032. SWACO provides resources for businesses to implement and improve recycling programs. We provide the technical assistance for companies, whether you're just getting started or are working toward a zero waste initiative, or you have a hard to recycle material that you're working to divert. We're here to help. All the resources you need are already outlined at swaco.org, where we provide step-by-step process directions to help you write a recycling plan, conduct a waste audit, and implement a program. And today we're specifically going to talk about the Educate Your Employees section of the resource. And this is a simple snapshot view of the SWACO website under the Business Recycling Resources section, where you will find all the educational information on the Educate Employees tab. Oops, I went one too fast. Educating employees can take place 4 different ways. We have initial education, continuous education, education help from SWACO, and other educational ideas to talk about today. And we'll cover them all here. Our new educational tool for business is part of that SWACO offerings section. Recycling education is imperative to any program success, and including the initial education stage. As you roll out a new program or you make changes to an existing one, your employees will not know what can and cannot be recycled at work. And sometimes it's the same materials that are part of their home curbside recycling program, and sometimes it's even less materials and may only be cardboard or paper. The type of materials accepted at work will depend on who you have as a hauler and what materials they accept in our market. This education section of the website provides some ideas for how to deliver initial education. And most importantly, you make sure that employees know what can be recycled and where to place their items. We have a free downloadable template on the education page that allows you to announce a recycling program if you need help figuring out how to write that kickoff announcement. And this resource, again, is found on that Educate Employees page. The second type of education that's important is continuous education, especially with new hires and positions that maybe have high turnover, or if changes are made to where bins are located, or the collection of materials changes because maybe your service provider changed. We suggest maybe getting HR involved and include a flyer about your recycling program with other new hire materials that you can efficiently deliver the recycling education, and when other company information is being provided. The information shared should also include where your bins are located, what materials are accepted, and who to contact if they have questions or if they want to get involved in the recycling committee or team. The SWACO education offerings is referring to the support that we provide. So we offer free webinars like this one today. Both the Recycle Right at Work and the Recycle Right at Home are open to anyone who wants to participate. There is a webinars page on the SWACO website that lists what is coming up and where those there are links there to sign up. If you've attended the business webinars in the past, you know they're basically 25 to 30-minute quick noontime chats. We call them lunch and learns. So this section is also where you'll find this new free downloadable PowerPoint slide deck tool for use. The slides were designed to be shared with employees on a 1 slide per month cadence. So like safety education and training where you get a consistent message, the recycling slide deck provides the messaging you need that's pertinent to Franklin County recycling. The slides include links to get more information if there is interest, and there are customizable slides that you can use to communicate with your employees and share messages that might be related to meetings, goals, recognition, or if you're having contamination issues. I'll pull up the slide deck in a second here to show you what those slides look like. And I will do that at the very end here. The next slide is just a little snippet showing what these look like. The educational slide deck has facts and figures that are, again, pertinent to Franklin County messaging. And the 12 slides in the tool deck basically cover anything from food waste to plastics to metals, the circular economy. And we've also numbered the slides so that you know which one you share. Since you're sharing one per month, you'll kind of more easily keep track of where you're at in the slide deck. And the customizable slides that are in the slide deck, these allow you to share information easily to address things like a meeting notice or a collection event. You could easily use your upcoming recycling event slide as a way to communicate that information pertinent to your business. The goals or other announcements could be delivered on the special recycling update slide. And recognition for recycling participants like your green team or other influential contributors can be shared on the Get to Know Your Recycling Rock Stars. If you have contamination or behavior issues, they can easily be addressed on the Avoid These Common Mistakes slide. And we always recommend that you take pictures of what it is you're trying to educate so that people understand that, you know, candy wrappers are not acceptable in the recycling, that they're part of the waste stream in the landfill container. So all slides are customizable and they're easy for you to adapt to what you might need. Other education ideas that are on the Educate Employees page is we suggest that you could invite SWACO to be a guest speaker on a topic of recycling in person or as a virtual meeting. You could set up informational tables in April or in November to talk about recycling. These 2 months correlate to Earth Day in April 22nd and America Recycles Day, which is November 15th. We suggest that you regularly report to your employees the diversion numbers that are related to your recycling efforts and include that information in manager meetings or other internal communications. And of course, we have additional resources that are available. I always like to mention the waste audit tool because it's part of the recycling toolkit and will help you quantify and better understand what you're generating and what diversion plans can be effective. If you are a food business, a food processor, a restaurant bar club, that sort of thing, you can check out the Save More Than Food website. It's recently celebrated 1 year. It was created to help tackle food waste and improve diversion of food from the landfill. It's also a great resource for businesses who are ready to look at the impact their food waste has and take steps to make a difference there. And of course, the RecycleRight.org is SWACO's site that helps navigate the "what do I do with" question, and it's easy to use and help you recycle more that way. And then I am going to be jumping over here to show you the actual web documents. Hope you have questions as well too, but we don't have any questions. It doesn't look like at the moment. So let me pull up the so here's where on the SWACO website you'll be able to go to diversion, and then through the diversion under business recycling resources, you'll be able to find the educate employees. And this is some of the information I was sharing today earlier. And right here in the middle section is where the slide deck is located. So we can easily download the slide deck. And in that slide deck, I'll open that for you next. And here is a sample of what that first slide looks like. And they're all very easy to share as a single page, but you might attach to an email or put on a digital device to share in a public place like break room or other meeting space you might have. It's very customizable. Most of the slides have a way for you to also, if you're curious to get more information or for the user to take action and learn more on their own. And I'll jump up here to the customizable slides are at the very end. So here they look similar to what the other presentation slide looks like, but very easy to update and make use. Of course, I always welcome feedback on the slides. If there's anything that you maybe think that you might want or you don't see that's in the educational tools, happy to talk to you about that and figure out if there's something that we could create to support so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All right, so I don't see that there are any questions. It's only been about 15 minutes so far into our presentation. I do have a 30-minute time block here. Don't need all that time. I'll be happy to give you that time back for your day, unless there are any questions that you have on the materials. All right, well, thank you everyone for attending. I appreciate that you were able to take a few minutes out of your day to join the Recycle Right at Work webinar. The next webinar we'll be having is December 14th. The topic is Let's Talk About Zero Waste and Hard to Recycle Items. Jessica Dalzell from the Ohio EPA will be on that call with us to share about the Ohio Materials Marketplace and how businesses can use that resource to help divert materials. The next Recycle Right at Home webinar takes place October 19th at noon. That webinar answers all your questions about residential recycling and is hosted by my colleague, Amy Densborn. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you have a great day.